Let's see. Where are we at? Buongiorno Belk, welcome to the late night live stream. Maltheo, welcome. Late night stream. I got an SKR up 100% on the Happy Mind. Let's see. What did you buy? SKR. What the heck, man? Bro, what is this? Wow. Congratulations, man. This thing's doing wonders. I should probably make a video on this, but it's just too late tonight, so I don't think I am. Got a couple videos I need to make, like numbers protocol, but this was like a request anyway. Taking a look at numbers protocol on the live stream. So I haven't made an update video, but this was requested. So, I mean, there is really no update. I'm not going to use this wick that it came out at. I mean, obviously you got a retracement back here. You came up and got smacked against 0.5 as resistance. Came back down, made a lower low. So right now, I mean, you're in this downtrend. I'd say bullish over 5 cents 70, bearish under 2 cents 30. So as long as you're under this area of resistance, it's still bearish. You could still come up and get some sort of retracement. This is where traders are going to be taking profits, which is around 100 to 550%. So it's not even a small move at all. That's a pretty big move. Keep in mind that you are flattening out on the moving averages. So typically this does indicate that there is a move coming, whether it's to the upside, hopefully. Otherwise, you are going to get a capitulation or come back down and retest these lows. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. What's up? Got him. What's up, bro? Check out Seeker. I know it's going to come back down, but it's up 500%. What? Seeker. Oh, yeah. I got in at 1 cent. Let's go. Yeah, this is I mean, it's very good. I really can't do, I mean, unless I look at the hourly, but yeah, there's no TA on this. To the moon. Look at this. Wow. You just did a 9x, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Just be careful. Make sure you take profits. Because just as fast as it goes up, it's going to come back down. Bro, I still think Fogo will pump soon. Bogo. Fogo. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so, man. It just looks like, yeah, I mean, it just came out and it's been selling off. So hopefully you get some sort of retracement and not a capitulation. So I hope it goes up for you, man. You got in at 1 cent. Bro, you're up 5x, man. That's really good. I've been staking my Tono at 66%. That's crazy, 66%. Yeah, but look, the price is just going down. It's at 370,000 market cap, so just be careful. I think this is a gamble play, right? I think this is one of your gamble plays, right? It could get to 1 billion market cap. XCN, what's XCN doing? Heard some noises. How do you go check it out? XCN, yeah, XCN's not doing anything. You just have resistance at 74 to 1 cent. You still have resistance. Yeah, it's a late night live stream. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of people. I think, yeah, we just got we just got 9. We're probably gonna get like 10 to 20 tonight. Nothing too crazy. Litecoin came down a lot. Did Litecoin hit our box? No, it didn't. Litecoin hasn't hit our box yet, but man, look at this. So oversold. I mean, it's not even, we're not extremely oversold yet, but this is literally when I would start a position on Litecoin. It would be when we go into this box. I probably will, just because I have to at that point. I'll trade it. I'll make like a couple $100. I won't even get greedy. But I think that's crazy that it came back down to like $65, $66. It could get to 1 billion market cap. I know I don't trust anything. I know it's a bear market. Yeah, but you're still making money, man. So you made 5x, dude. So congratulations on that. Dojo on Mars doing anything? Pro, is that a joke? Are you trolling me? Is this a troll? No, it's not doing anything. Yeah, it's going down. We said we had the next area. So I don't even know why the chart is. Yeah, I don't know why the chart's not saved. I guess it just deleted it. But 704 is the next area of resistance. Yo, got him for 5 beans. First super chat of the night. Let's go. I mean, look, his first super chat of the night. But this is what I'm talking about. This is great. You know, you're up. You know, in one day, it's crazy. Look at that. This coin literally just came out on January 20th, and you're up 659%. That's insane, man. Like, good job. I guess, you know, some people are chosen, and you are chosen. So congratulations. That's awesome, man. That's really good. I don't even know. I mean, yeah, how high can it go, right? How high can it go? Like, you're right. I guess it could go 1 billion market cap. Sorry. Yeah, 1 billion market cap is going to be, I guess fully diluted, it's going to be 10 cents. But because it's not, it's going to be 25 cents. 250, no, 20 cents. 20 cents, 4 times. What entry are you buying, Litecoin? Yeah, I should probably bring up my Robinhood. But this is where I'd be buying in here. I'll probably buy 10 and just trade it. Because here's my thought logic. On the 24 hours, every single time we hit oversold, which we're getting to, it's just I want to get a little bit greedy and get in in some sort of capitulation, or if like we have a massive sell-off, I could get in for cheaper with the RSI being extremely oversold. I think that is going to put the price around $60 to $65. Typically, again, if you look historically, when we are oversold, it does typically mark some sort of bottom before we get some sort of retracement. So obviously there's a reason why I'd be buying when we are oversold, because historically, again, that does mark some sort of bottom, and I think I can make some money. I'm not going to get greedy, though. I'll be fine with a couple $100. But then again, I'm playing it very safe, and I'm only putting in like, you know, a certain amount of money, like $600 or something at that point. And then if you look at it on the weekly, what is it doing on the weekly? Yeah, on the weekly, getting Litecoin at extremely oversold is like buying it back here at $40. If it hits extremely oversold or in the red, I don't think it's gonna break down that low. Keep in mind that also on the weekly, every single time, oops, let's Control V. Every single time we've hit oversold, it has marked a bottom. It has marked a generational bottom, I guess. You were extremely oversold on weekly here, and that was it. And you basically went to the moon. You were oversold here in December 2018, and then you actually went up. And then with the exception of the COVID crash, You arguably made an all-time high, even though it was like only by $10 or something. Back here, bear market 2022, you put in a bottom at $40 and you haven't retested it. So yeah, man, if I could get Litecoin at extremely oversold, then I will. So I think that's going to put the price between $50 and $60. So that's what I think. Nope, just asking. Yeah, it's not doing so good, man. Thanks for checking it out for us. You're welcome, and thank you so much for the 5, man. That's awesome. $5, man. How long do you think Aptos will go up? Will go below? Oh, how long do you think Aptos will go below $1? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, you didn't even get a retracement all the way up here. Yeah, you just went up 39%, and on the shorter time frame, that's crazy because if we had done it on the shorter time frame, you could see that you actually hit short-term resistance before you got rejected and fell off the table. But regardless, this is very bearish. So I mean, the macro support, the next target is 94 cents. So if we don't get some sort of breakout, which that breakout is $2.65. If we don't get back over that level, then you are looking at making lower highs, validating a downtrend. 94 cents would be the next area. As far as timing goes, I have no idea. I have no idea. It could be tomorrow. It could be in a month. It could be in a year. You could get chopped for a year, and then you could go down. JM says, "What's up, Meow? In your opinion, is BTC still in a downtrend?" Absolutely. Are you kidding me? It's absolutely in a downtrend. It's bearish. We're in a bear market. Views are down. Everything's down. We're forming some sort of bear flag right now. I say we have at best until May. But at any point, we could basically fall off the table. That's what I'm saying. How long did it take for it to go from oversold to another top? A very long time. Also, what does LTC go down to when BTC goes below 50? Dude, probably, I think at that point we have to have some sort of recovery rally. Some sort of protection bounce. I think there has to be some sort of protection bounce at that point. So when you see Litecoin pumping, just remember that we're probably in for the next capitulation for BTC. I guess let me make a video on this. Taking a look at Solana Mobile Seeker, ticker SKR, on the live stream. So I know this coin just came out. I don't think we can do a lot of TA on it, but on the hourly, I guess it came out yesterday, right? So, not using this candle, I don't even know why that candle is there. But for any sort of continuation, this coin absolutely needs to stay over 3 cents 70 with a correction and 2 cents 80. If this area breaks, I do think that we are in for a deeper correction. I do think that we should come back down at some point and test 1 cent 30 to 1 cent 80. If we do hold this level, the next targets on the upside are also valid. However, right now, because the coin just came out and it's going to the moon, it's in price discovery. So I wouldn't even be able to tell you where it's going to top out at. Now, given that it's a 250 million market cap, theoretically, is it crazy to say it could go 4x from here? So 20 cents, 1 billion market cap. Probably not, but again, I'm not really basing that off of anything outside of just, can this coin hit 1 billion market cap? So I don't know, but we'll keep monitoring it. And just remember, if you do break this area of support, you are in for a deeper correction and a deeper a breakdown. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. If Bitcoin going to 50K, some of might hit 0. They're already, yeah, of course. I think so. I think there are going to be a lot of coins that aren't going to be here next cycle. I think OXC is going to be one of them. Wow. So disappointing. Man, it's like a 40x back up to its all-time high, though. What a gamble play. Wow, the chat is 50-50. Are we back BTC super cycle? 55% say yes, 45% say no. Make sure you vote. Make sure you get your votes in. About 50% thinking it's a super cycle. Wow. Yeah, Doge is cooked, man. Doge is probably gonna go back sub 1 penny. I wouldn't doubt, like, I wouldn't be shocked if this thing came all the way back down and made a lower low. Wow. Wow, we're going back down. Yeah, it looks like we are going to go back down. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that we're sitting over here waiting for this to actually capitulate. And we know that we have another 3 months before there's a black swan or before something happens. Dandelion. Dandelion. Welcome to the live stream. What's up, Meow? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you too. Any meme gems this past few days? No. But you know what's going up? Axie Infinity. Somehow this coin's going up. Yeah, wow. You actually hit the 236 retracement. Wow. Taking a look at Axie Infinity on the live stream. So we haven't really changed anything with the chart. Keep in mind that on the macro time frame, you came up and you tagged our target perfectly, the 236, which is resistance. So $2.74 around this area. Keep in mind that you are still hitting this downtrend, and this move was huge. It was 250% almost. So we are hitting resistance. We are extremely overbought. So just be careful. We do absolutely need to break this area of resistance for any sort of continuation and follow through and bullish momentum. If not, we are going to come back down. We are going to come back down and probably retest this low and make a lower low. And that's going to have a lot of people in disbelief, but it happens every single time. So just be careful. Now on the shorter time, on the macro time frame, it's still bearish under 274. And on the shorter time frame, it absolutely needs to stay over this area of support with any sort of correction or cool off period where you do reset the RSI. At that point, 199 and 165 needs to hold. If this doesn't hold, then you are going to come back down, make a lower low. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. I will keep you updated, and thank you so much for your support. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what's Solana and XRP going to do if BTC is at 50K and below? It's going to be back at 40 cents. XRP is going back down to 40 cents. Solana is going back down to like $20. Like, it's just unfortunately going to happen if we're bearish and if we don't get some sort of protection bounce. And a lot of people are going to be in disbelief, and a lot of people are going to call crypto a scam and all that stuff. And it's just a cycle. It's happened every single time. Like, imagine how people felt back when Ethereum Classic ran. So do you really think that people thought that Ethereum Classic was gonna, after hitting $175, do you really think people were like, no, it's never gonna come back down to $11? But it did. It's at $11 right now. It's just the nature of the game. Would you buy a ZK Sync after the bear market? I don't even know what that is, but I remember I used to make videos on this. No, I personally wouldn't buy. I told you I'm only buying Bitcoin, but I don't know what this is, but it doesn't have that good of a chart, so just be careful. Could you look at XPIN? What is this? This isn't bad. Hey, what's up? What's up, buddy? You want to sit on the chair? Hey, what's up? You want to sit on the chair? Let's see if he wants to jump on the... Oh, he does want the chair. Damn. Well, considering that my cat basically wants my chair, I'm going to have to... Hey, buddy, you're going to have to scoot back a little bit, though. All right? Unless my cat wants to do technical analysis. Anyway... Wow. All right, let's see. I guess I'll just, I don't know what he's doing, but whatever. Could you look at XPI? Yeah, this is very interesting, actually. I don't know why it's going up, but it doesn't look that XPIN. Like, what is this? 47 million market cap. It's very, I don't like the fact that it has 235 million total supply and has 100 billion max supply. So I'm not a big fan of the tokenomics, but you know, technically you're retesting this area as resistance. So if you don't get a break over 2026 and if they start releasing coins, it's going to be inflationary, selling pressure is going to increase and it's going to push the price down. You're probably looking at the last shot would be it maintaining price action over this area of support. If not, you are going to capitulate and probably make all-time lows. And that's not financial advice. That's just my opinion. Good luck with XPIN, whatever this is. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Global connectivity as an AI-driven decentralized communication infrastructure. Oh, whatever happened to mobile? Forgot about that. Communication, right? Yeah, mobile. Whatever happened to this? Oh my gosh. Yeah, this thing's cooked. I remember I used to make videos on this. Yeah, it's just dying. This was our last chance. It never ended up breaking out. That's unfortunate. Imagine buying this coin and just getting rugged for the last 2 years. Dandelion says, seriously, that's what I thought on Ethereum Classic. Had a massive run back in 2000. I know, you're telling me, man. I remember I used to love this coin, but I never ended up buying it. I saw this at like $5 back here when it used to be like $5 for the longest time. I'm like, bro, there's no way Ethereum Classic's gonna run. And what did it do? Yeah, I did at 35x. I could have been done. 35x with the amount of money I put in. Yeah, I could have actually been done. That's crazy. All right, we got 12 votes in on the poll. 58% think it's a super cycle. 42% think that it's not. Can you guys see my cat? Do you guys see the cat? Here, let me move him. Maybe you guys can. So just FYI, I'm standing on my knees right now because my cat took my chair. I don't like these chairs This is like my third time I bought one of these shares on Amazon. It's like from Amazon Basics. They always flake and break on the bottom end. So anyway, what else are we looking at? Oh no, we're going back down. Yeah, let's look at Elon. Taking a look at Dojo on Mars on the live stream. So unfortunately, I think Elon is getting delisted from OKX. So that's one of the news, obviously, which probably led to this capitulation, which is pretty bearish. I mean, but it's been bearish, so that kind of like really solidified the bearishness. So I think it's being delisted on OKX. I think I Googled it and I saw that there was an official statement along with. Actually, let's see all the other coins that are getting delisted. OKX. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, like Veracity, VRA. Yeah, this thing got nuked. Let's look at the 24 hours. Yeah, this thing got nuked. Dogelon was one of them. DAO Maker. Yeah, this was another one that just basically got nuked. NFT. This one. Yeah, this one also had a big capitulation and a decent bounce, but it looks like it's going back down. What else? Alti. Yeah, another one that got, yeah, this one also nuked. So, you know, if people were like, oh, what caused this massive sell-off or whatever, you know, this candle was huge for Dojo on Mars. It was around, yeah, it was around 17% capitulation, which was pretty brutal. Regardless, though, I mean, we knew that the next area of support, so whether it was a delisting or whether, you know, whatever the case is, we know that on the macro time frame, as we've been talking about every single video, the next macro area of support is 704, and that is the next area of support. Now, in the shorter time frame, if we get some sort of correction, some sort of relief rally, we need to break through this area of resistance between 81 and 12. We could still come back up. We could still have a giant candle spawn in and come back to resistance, get stuck, get smacked back down and make a lower low, or we could have some sort of protection bounce. But what you really want to see as a Dojo on Mars holder is to break this area of resistance and then a fall through to 23, 60 is 23. Once that happens, then we can start taking a look at the macro targets on the upside. Otherwise, 704 is in play, and then from there, I mean, I don't think there's any more support, right? I guess you could argue for 7029 on the macro time frame, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't know how low it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to go to zero or not, but we're just in the waiting room, and hopefully, you know, hopefully this turns around. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Do you follow any lunar or solar eclipses and how those affect the market? Yeah, I do follow them. I'm right behind these eclipses. What do you think is causing the eclipse? No, I don't follow it. I mean, you could also you could I think there's like an indicator that you could actually put on here. But I don't do that. Let me see. Like, what is it? Like moon cycles? Moon phases? You could actually do moon phases, but, you know. No moon. It seems like every single time we hit no moon, and then every single time we get a full moon, we we get some sort of bounce. But no, I don't actually use the moon phases. No. Oh man, my knees are hurting now. Hey buddy, you gotta move, okay? I gotta use my chair again. Yeah, I can't move him. You know, if you guys have cats, you understand. Can't move. I can't move this guy. Alrighty, what are we looking at? Sandbox is doing pretty good. Having a nice little retracement. But that's all it is. It's just a retracement, you know, 60%. Oh, I hate crypto. It's brutal. Taking a look at the sandbox on the live stream. So just be careful. I mean, I know we had a massive sell-off and we are getting some sort of retracement. But unfortunately, that's all it's going to be. It's just going to be some sort of retracement if we don't see some sort of follow-through. As of right now, you're just in a downtrend. You're making lower highs. You're making lower lows. So as of right now, as long as on the shorter time frame, you need to stay over 16 cents. If you don't, 14 cents. And once 14 cents breaks on the downside, you are going to come back down and retest these lows, followed by making a lower low and continuing this downward channel. Now, if you do stay over 16 cents, then there's an argument for a trend reversal, 21 cents, and then we could start taking a look at the bigger time frame. However, as of right now, let's just focus on staying over 16 cents. Keep in mind that if we do get some sort of correction, which typically we do when the RSI hits extremely overbought, 14 cents and 16 cents and 50 needs to now act as support for any sort of uptrend or continuation. Once we do break this area, then you are going to come back down and if not make a lower low, validating this downtrend line. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Malthale says, I have to be right back. Thanks for checking Xpin. You are very welcome. It's a slow night, so it's a slow night. Hedara, please. Ooh, you want H-bar. I haven't looked at H-bar in a while. What's going on with Hedara? It's holding up pretty well. Yeah, it's holding up pretty well. So with Hedara, we said once you broke the 236382, you were going to break down, and you did. You haven't came back down and retested our box. So just be careful. You do have support here. I don't know how deep you're going to go, but typically when you do break, can you guys still see me? Man, that's crazy. Like sitting on the ground, but it's all good. Whatever. It's like 8:30 anyway. So we only got, how many people do we have in here? 12 people. Yeah, it doesn't matter. For H-bar, so every single time you break the 23622, next area support is 627.86. So I do think at some point you're going to come back down to 6 cents 60 to 9 cents 90. Retest, I don't know where it's, you know, you could come back up to 10 cents and that's all it is, and you could get a reversal. But keep in mind, you are in a downtrend right now, and the next shorter area of resistance is going to be, if we get a bounce, is going to be between 13 and 15 cents. So that is where traders are going to be taking profits. If you're holding it, you need to break this area, but keep in mind you have a lot of resistance on the shorter time frame to break to invalidate this downtrend, because the next target is 20 cents, and then from there, then we can start taking a look at the bigger time frame and then the macro time frame. So you got a lot of resistance to break for Hedara. And on the downside, at some point, I do think you are going to come and retest this area, whether it's 10 cents or whether it's a deeper correction to this side. But that's just my opinion. So not financial advice, just my opinion. XCN. Demon, welcome to the live stream. I thought I looked at XCN for you. Yeah, so for XCN, it looks like you are, dude, it would be great. Look at this. So you got stuck at resistance, you broke down, and now you're attempting to retest this area of resistance. So you do need to get over 74. I think that's what we talked about last time. If you don't, then you are probably going to come back down and make a lower low. That's what this box is for. But you really need to get over 74, because if you do, once we turn bullish again, you're looking at a breakout, and then from there, 1 cent 80s in play. Okay. First and foremost, get over 74. That's the most important level to hold right now. Right now, unfortunately, you're using it as resistance, but it looks like you're attempting to break out. I mean, that was a massive move, right? That candle itself was 20%. So it does look like you have buying pressure coming in right now. So it needs to absolutely stay over that. Dandelion says, can you look at USOR? Oh, no. What happened to Triple T? USCR, right? Okay, yeah. USCR, nothing's happening. We said we had support here, which Triple T knew, but I think he was trying to dollar cost average down anyway. So you actually retested this area as support. You didn't even come down to 914, but it doesn't mean you're out of the woodworks just yet. So this is support. And then you said USCR or USOR. Oh, wow. Bro, I hope he sold. I hope he sold, man. He had a... Dude, I hope he sold. Oh, my God. Dude, I hope he sold. Yo, you remember he came in here last night at 5 cents and he said that he had $12,000 in. So it was at 5 cents and he had 12K. Dude, I hope he didn't get greedy, because he said he was going to sell it at 22K. Bro, I really hope... Oh my God, I hope he sold. I really hope he sold, because he said that he was literally going to sell it once it 2x's. And then we even talked about it in the live stream. Dude, that's so funny. Oh man, that's brutal. Because if he didn't sell, then he would have lost all his money. Yeah. Dude, I hope he sold, man. I really hope. He's not dumb. He's not dumb. He definitely he literally was in here last night and he had $12,000 at 5 cents. And he said, once it hits 22 grand, I'm going to sell. And it hit at 5 cents, it hit 22 grand because it went to 17 cents. The only reason why he wouldn't have sold is because it went way past his sell target at 10 cents and he thought it was going to go higher. But dude, I really hope he sold, because that, like, he wouldn't even have the opportunity to sell. This thing ended up rugging 93%. Like you go from 22 grand to $1,000 in like 1 minute. That's insane. Or sorry, in like less than an hour. Yeah. This candle was... Yeah, this was like a 1 minute candle. Oh my gosh. Yo, this was a 1 minute candle. Oh wow. So in 3 minutes. Yeah, in 3 minutes. Sorry, it was in 3 minutes. That's crazy. Nah, he's not dumb. He definitely took profits. He definitely sold. At least I hope. All right, let's see. Damn, why are there so many people in here? 14 people in here? It's freaking 8:30. Actually, that's not a lot of people, so never mind. Can you look, did Render break its support structure in 2022? I don't know, but I'll check Render. I haven't looked at... Didn't Render make a new coin? Didn't they come out with a new coin? Back in 2022? No. So it actually... So you know how we always say the 236, 282, 618, 786? You actually came down to macro support and you retested the 618 at 30 cents. Which is exactly what I want to do with Bitcoin, which is why I'm going to have my buy targets for the majority of my coins between the 786 and 618. That's why we always talk about that. So it didn't break the macro. It did not break the macro structure. We were bearish because we broke the 236 at $1.09, but it actually held its next area of of support. And then when we turned bullish again, we got that next higher high. So are we doing the same thing now? Probably. We already came down and retested this. So unless it's just bearish and we're going to come back down, technically we've already been in a bear market since 2024 since March of 2024 for most altcoins. Doodles. Dang, he's not here. It's not. Yeah, man. I really hope he's okay. Because he said he put $2,000 in his buy price was here at 209. His buy price was here, right here. So he literally turned $2,000 into 12K because it was 5 cents. Yeah. So it was like 5 cents. So whatever, 500%. So that's 6x. So 6 times 2 is 12. So that means that he turned $2,000 into 40K at its peak, almost 40 grand at its peak. But man, I really, really, really hope he sold, because if he didn't even have a chance to get out. He just instantly lost everything. It did go back up though, so he did have the opportunity to sell, but we just have to wait until he gets in here. We just have to wait until he comes in here and tells us that he made a lot of money. So that's when all the massive profit taking happened. I saw SR hit 16 at one point on a glitch. SOR. Oh, I don't even. Oh, USOR. Got it. All right, let's see. What are we looking at? PNG. What do you think of PNG? I don't know. I like your questions though. What do you think of PNG? I think it's crazy that it came all the way back down. Most likely you came back down to the 786. So you used this perfectly as support. Once that breaks though, it's probably gonna be cooked. You're probably gonna come back down, make a lower all-time lows. I mean, if it goes even back up to its cycle high, I mean, it's a 20x. All-time highs is over 100x. So it's still a small market cap, so you could still make it. Like, it's only 8 million. I just can't believe that it actually came back down to 8 million. Like, this thing was like over 100 million market cap, 120. And it's just crazy that now it's at 8 million and it's on Coinbase. Same with Goldfinch. Like, this is just what those coins look like. Like, look at Goldfinch. Look at what happened with Goldfinch. Like, GFI it looks so identical to Jasmy. It looks so identical to Pangolin, where you have massive moves up. You had a 20x move on Goldfinch, and somehow you ended up breaking the 2022 bear market, and you're actually at all-time lows. How does that happen? Like, how does this happen? I'm genuinely asking, does anybody know the answer to that question? Like, how is it that this thing is like, oh, look at that. They released a bunch of coins. That's probably why. Look at this token unlock schedule. Oh, what's Beam doing? Yeah, but that's why. You see how like they just released a bunch of coins. So back here, the market cap was when it came out, the market cap was 16 million and the price was $3. And now the market cap 16 million and the price is 20 cents. Yeah, Faith, we already looked at Ethereum Classic. What is it? 19 months of bear? Dude, it's like 5 years of bear market and 1 month of bull market, man. Yeah, what else can we make videos on that's doing good? I guess Canton or Maple. Oh yeah, what happened to Maple Finance? Nope. Wi-Fi? Nope. Do you guys remember Wi-Fi with two eyes? Yeah, this coin, they released this coin on Coinbase, and then they delisted it, and now it's just going to zero. Yeah. So many coins, like Contentos, what was it? Yeah, this. These coins just never did anything. Oh, what's KeyCat doing? I just can't believe that KeyCat is KeyCat has 800,000 holders. Nights of Insomnia, welcome to the welcome to the end of the live stream. We're probably gonna be live for another like 15 minutes. We just gotta get our hour in tonight. Surprisingly, I really didn't think we were gonna get more than 10 people in tonight, but we're at like, I think our concurrent highs are like 15, so that's not bad. I think we got a couple subs, so let's go. We got a super chat tonight. Yo, thank you so much. Oh yeah, Doodles. I didn't even look at Doodles for you. My bad. This guy super chatted and I didn't even look at his coin. Wow. Alright, taking a look. Oh, you're totally gambling though. What is this? Yeah, that's the 1618. Bullish over 204. I mean, technically, you're still maintaining this very basic uptrend. I mean, I'd say if you break below 204, you're cooked. You're probably going to come back down and make a lower low. But as long as you maintain this uptrend and break 65, previous high, and then 4 cents is in play. It is a 36 million market cap, so it's around an 8x. So you're looking at a 240 million market cap. I don't think that's too crazy. I don't know what this coin does, but just be careful. As always, be careful. Yo, I really want to get KeyCat though. Hey, buddy. You really, my cat is literally sleeping on my chair. He literally kicked me off of my chair. I don't know why he didn't just like sleep on my lap, but whatever. Whatever. It's another good coin. Oh, let's see. XLM. Is XLM really going to come back down? Yeah. Buddy, you got to go get your food. Yeah, XLM is probably going to come back down to 11 to 16 cents in my opinion. But that's the same thing as XRP though. Yeah, if Bitcoin ends up breaking down really hard, then I don't see why it doesn't come back down to 40 to 70 cents. Because technically, I mean, it's just going to look like Litecoin, but this actually ended up making like all-time highs. So That's similar to what happened to Veracity. They released 100 billion token circulation. What a scam! Yeah, dude, I hate those types of coins. Super inflationary. It's just crazy. People really need to know those. People really need to understand tokenomics. I'm never buying, like, that's exactly why I'm never buying anything else outside of just Bitcoin and Litecoin. Faith, you remind me of another person that used to come in here, but that doesn't anymore. You ask the same questions, like you ask like the same way. It's funny though. I wonder why. I wonder why you like, it's just, it is what it is. I'll take a look at Banker Coin. I'm tired. Nothing matters apart from what Trump or the Fed does and says, and I'm not selling, but I'm not beating myself up anymore. What's up, Wealth Abundance? Welcome to the end of the live stream. I hope you make it, man. I hope you make it. What's up, buddy? Look, we got a cat right here. That's why I'm sitting on the ground. That's why you could barely see. Hi, buddy. I think it's garbage. I think this thing's probably going to come back down at some point. I guess technically it's still bullish. Yeah, I'd say if you break 301, so if you go down, if you have a 50% capitulation, you're probably cooked. You're gonna probably come back down and create some sort of giant Pluton chart. Do you guys remember Pluton? Do you guys remember this coin? Look at this. It literally kind of looks like that. Like, man, it went up to 10 bucks and it just ended up dying. I can't believe this is still on Coinbase though. Okay. Nice. All right, buddy. Ugh. Let's go. End of the live stream and he finally moved. He finally moved. That means I get my chair back. Yeah, imagine just dollar cost averaging down into this garbage and just like losing all your money. Worst feeling ever. I missed it, but I was at the gym, 5 pounds down, 25 to go. Are you like trying to lose weight? Hey, good for you, man. My one cut does that too. I live in their home, basically. It's funny, they can do whatever they want. The cat took over. You got to establish dominance. No, bro. You can't establish dominance with cats, man. They own everything. Let me guess. Wealth Abundance is a dog owner. No, I'm just joking. You still got to get a cat. You still have to get a cat, remember? That was part of the deal. When you get a cat, then you try to establish dominance. That thing's going to scratch the hell out of you, man. No, I'm just joking. Ugh. Let's see. Oh, Alchemex, that's right. This guy wants me to do AL. Oh, I just have to edit these. ALCH. Yeah, let's do this. Very bearish. Taking a look at Alchemex, ALCX, on the live stream. So this is very bearish. The only reason why I'm doing this is because this was a coin request. So we will go ahead and do this for the gentleman who requested this coin update. I mean, there's really nothing to update. Price is sitting at all-time lows. You already came up and retested area of resistance, which is $20, and then you got rejected. So there's really nothing to say right now. The price needs to break over 20 cents in order for it to establish some sort of uptrend while no longer being macro bearish. And I'd say price is bullish over $49. Once that breaks, then we could say, hey, there's a reversal in play and it's bullish on the macro time frame. But until then, this thing's just going to come back up, have small retracements, and then make lower highs and keep going down. So that's really it. There's really no, it really needs to break this area of resistance given that we've already put in a bottom. And if the bottom breaks down, if it breaks down even more, then we have to redraw our entire chart like we did earlier in this video. So I hope that helps. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Can you please explain what's wrong with how I ask your opinion on coins? I don't quite understand. I try to be as polite as I can. Is it because I asked and for more than one and didn't send money? Damn, that's like you said that. I didn't say that. If I didn't want to look at your coin, I would just be like, hey, I'm not looking at your coin because you're not super chatting. I was just saying it's the way you were asking it. It reminded me of some other gentleman who used to come over here, and he used to ask that, and he doesn't come here anymore. So it's just funny that like he doesn't come here anymore, and you're now here. It had nothing to do. I mean, did I not look at your coins? Like, I will look at your coins, man. I'll get a cat if your BTC strategy works. Yeah, but it will work. That's the deal, because I know you left alts for good too early, even if it sucks right now. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. I hope you're right, because then you'll make a lot of money, and oh well, at least I won't, like I wouldn't, I'll have money to buy Bitcoin during the bear market, so I'm perfectly fine with it then. I hope we get alt season. I hope we get alt season. Yeah, Faith, super chatting isn't required. I mean, people come in here all the time and ask, and I look at their coins. People just send super chats because they like it, or because their targets got hit, or because they're euphoric and it's exciting, So, obviously, I would put a disclosure like, hey, if you want me to, and people do that. It's crazy. I was watching, like, really big YouTubers and streamers, and in order for you to even type at all in their chat, you have to super chat. If you don't super chat, like, you just don't get a coin request, which is crazy. Imagine being that big. Peanut, what's up, Navnix? Welcome. Oh, oops. Taking a look at Peanut the Squirrel on the live stream. So unfortunately, Peanut did break the 236.382 on the shorter time frame. You did come down and retest this area at support. You are struggling to get back over 7 cents 40. So if we don't break this area and start forming some sort of uptrend, then you are going to come back down and make a lower low. The next area would be around 5 cents. Now, given that we are putting in some sort of uptrend and we're going up, it is still bearish as long as price action's under 15 cents. So it really needs to break 15 cents, and then we can start taking a look at the targets on the upside. Technically, 15 to 26 cents is macro resistance, and 5 cents is the next area of support. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. I don't know why I made a video on that. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Actually, we just hit the hour mark, so I'm gonna edit these videos and then call it. 65K at most. Follow the pi cycle. Oh man, you're gonna be in. This guy's not gonna come around when we're. Just remember, I want you to remember this moment when we're under 65,000 and when I'm still live streaming. I'm going to be talking about you. I'm going to be like, hey, remember that guy used to come in here and he's like, it's never going to happen. And like, you're not going to even be here. So it's fine. It's fine. We can have our. I'm not trying to sell you on it. You're just watching some. You can make your own YouTube channel and say all this stuff. You know. I I have my opinions. You have your opinions. You know. You don't have to try to like change my mind. Like I'm not. This isn't an invitation for you to change my mind. But I hope you're right. We're on the same team. We're all trying to make it, man. We're on the same team, man. Trust me. Who's gonna sell that low? You'd be surprised. It's gonna be some sort of black swan. There's gonna be something happening, and you're gonna be like, oh well, this is the reason. This is the reason why we're this low. Is it bad for Litecoin and Ethereum Classic and they didn't make all-time highs this cycle? Yes, it is very bad. And even Ethereum, man, not even Ethereum made. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm arguably like you made an all-time high and it was $20. Like you literally waited 5 years to or 4 years to make $20. Like I'm not buying that. Like that's very bearish. That's very bearish. Alchemy is looking nice when we get below when we get to 36K. Not that low. We will get lucky to go below 70. I mean, you might not be wrong. I mean, I can see where you're getting that from. Like just looking at the let's see. Look at the weekly 200-day moving average at 57. What are you saying? You're saying we got lucky to go to 70. Yeah, no, we're definitely breaking 70, man. I don't know where you're getting your numbers from, but you can see that every single time we broke the we broke the 200-day moving average. Huge corrections. So like, what are you talking about? Because I mean, what are you basing your numbers off of? Like, you would have probably said, "Oh, Bitcoin's never going to break $300 here." You broke the 200-day moving average on the week by 31%. Here, you broke it by 29%. So let's just say 30%. Here, you broke it by 32%. So why are you saying that to me if like my numbers are like, oh, 30K, 40K, 20, 30, 40K? Why is that too crazy like for you? If it's happened every single time. like like why are you calling me, a noob if I'm showing you that that's literally where I'm getting my targets from? You think it'll be a better alt season next time? I really hope so. There's no liquidity down there. Liquidation, man, it doesn't matter anymore on charts. It's all about liquidity. Dude, the market makers are gonna the market makers are definitely gonna push the price down, man. Was it though? Was it different? He thinks that this cycle was different. Was it? I think it was like the same. Like it's really the same. It was really the same, man. It's just we didn't law of diminishing returns, right? You're not really how much higher can you go? Yes, they can go low when they don't experience a bull. It's all about Bitcoin does next to break higher than 120 for alts to make a run. Well, I think that will probably be like at 70,000 in the next 100, or sorry, by May of this year. That's what I think. I think we'll probably, and if it's a super cycle, or if this was the bear market here, which theoretically, arguably, you've already been in for since October. And if what you're saying is like you're not going to go lower below 80,000, which technically we already tagged, then there's no reason why we can't go to 139 to 148. So it was a disaster. It was a disaster. This was the worst cycle ever, man. And it's funny because I thought last cycle was really bad, but I ended up still making money last cycle. And this cycle, unfortunately, I didn't. Tried today to push the price down and they couldn't. I think you're going to be in for a surprise, man. But I think, thanks for coming by. But, we've been live for about an hour and 7 minutes. It's pretty late now. So I think we're going to call it here. Just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. All opinions are welcome here. So please don't feel free, or please feel free, don't feel free. Please feel free to come by like this gentleman here that thinks that price is never going to go below $80,000. You're more than welcome to say that. I hope out of everyone here that it is a super cycle when we go up, because that means that it's more money for me. So I hope you understand that. But anyways, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate all of your support. I appreciate all the super chats, the members, the subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. We will be going live again tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully I'll see you in tomorrow's live stream. Have a good night. Have a great day.